But if he said it, no one is really going to take him, at his word, about it. He said it was a good fight, but he may not said he won, but it's just like, no one is saying Horn won that fight. The CompuBox and whatever everyone was watching, they saw Manny won that fight. What I'm more concerned about, what I want to talk about, tonight is this is a missing opportunity that's missed for the world of boxing, for the sport of boxing, I should say. We've been talking about, and I've had the Mad Barber on here a couple weeks ago talking about boxing. We're talking about, boxing possibly being a dying sport, or it is a dying sport. And items like this, situations like this, and boxing matches just like this is what kills it. Now, the Mad Barber, talking offline with him, he actually pointed out something to me. He was just like, look, you got to look at the money aspect from it, because that's what they're looking at, is that you get a rematch, people are going to watch it. I'm like, you may have a point there, Mad Barber. But I know myself, and this is the person that you're trying to, get, a person who just isn't in love with boxing, like the Mad Barber is. You're trying to get them to watch the fight again. And to me, you had this prime opportunity. It was on ESPN, so it was on a channel that everyone could watch, and you could have sold the Pacquiao fight, and say, hey, he won, but you talked Manny into fighting again, because maybe that was the other thing. Manny was talking about, retiring after this. Maybe now, he don't retire. But to me, it's just like, you need to put more fights on cable. UFC has proved it. And we used to have boxing matches on cable, good boxing matches. I'm not going to say we don't in the past, because USA used to put on, boxing matches, all this stuff. But as far as, household name boxers, showing up, and Manny Pacquiao being on ESPN was a good look. And you need to start doing this more, because having a fight like this and then having the outcome like it was doesn't help for the long-term future of boxing. All people do is just say, wow, here we go again. You know what? Let me turn it on UFC and see what's going on. Oh, okay. They got some guys that I do know that's fighting. Oh, they got some girls that I do know that's fighting. And then that's where all your fans go, boxing. So to me, it's a missed opportunity. It's a big missed opportunity by that fight ending the way that it ended, because that's all that we're talking about, and that's all we're going to talk about. And then the next fight, if they do a rematch fight, how many people are going to want to go see it? Or how many people are going to, spend their Saturday night waiting for this, boxing match, and then they're like, well, I don't know if it's going to, end fairly or not, Because at the end of the day, we want two things. We want a good fight, but we also want it judged fairly. And that's it. That's it. Judged fairly and a good fight. If you get both of those, you can't ask, for much more, Shouts out to Ron G that's in the building as well. Appreciate you, Ron G, for joining us. We're talking about a little bit of this boxing, fiasco that was going on this past Saturday. And for Jeff Horn, and I understand he's trying to get paid. He's trying to get whatever money that he can get, before it's done. But to already be calling out, Floyd Mayweather, first off, Floyd probably won't even take his call, so calling him out or saying, that's who you want next. That's not how you get Floyd. We already seen how you get Floyd. Conor just proved that, if you keep chirping and you keep winning, then you can call out Floyd. So, Mr. Horn, you need to win. You can't just beat Manny or be voted to beat Manny, and then you just step in the ring with Floyd. You got to have something underneath your belt. I still can't believe Conor is stepping in the ring with Mayweather, but you're not going to get that fight. It's not worth it. No one's going to watch that fight. That's the other thing. You can call for Floyd all you want. Nobody is going to watch that fight. I'm sorry. Vince Wright just said it. Don't pay for, exhibition, Big L said Horn is a bum. I'm not going to go that far. Some of the things they said that the Horn didn't, really fight anybody, up until this point till he got to Manny. So I wouldn't say he's a bum or anything like that, but it's just your resume need to be a little bit more, polished before you start, calling out those type of people, to fight. But I think the one thing he's looking at, he may know, this is one opportunity. Because remember, Hakeem Rockman, he beat Lennox Lewis, and Rockman talked cash money. And I think, Rockman knew, like, look, I got the best of him that day, and that's more of a, 9 out of 10 times I lose. And it just so happened the first time was the 10th time, and it was magical, and he won, because we all saw what happened in the rematch. I mean, Lennox came in there and he took Rockman apart early and often. He was not playing around with him. And we saw on the downfall, that Rockman ended up losing a few other fights. I'm sure it probably might have been some other stuff going on outside the ring that he had to deal with, just that's what it is, when you the big man on top, and everybody coming for you. But Horn is not going to get that fight, and he's probably going to definitely lose or get knocked out if he see Manny again. But more than anything, after all that is said and done, boxing is the biggest loser in this, if you ask me. It was an opportunity to market, good boxing on cable and then set up for the next one. But all we're talking about is how could this guy, Jeff Horn, win? It's a shame. It's a shame, But we'll move on from that and we'll get off boxing. Excuse me. And we'll finish up with a little bit more football, a lot of, not a lot of football is going on, but we're, it's right around the corner. We're getting there pretty soon. But Sluggo has joined us, ladies and gentlemen. So Sluggo is in the building. Appreciate you joining in. Excuse me. Sluggo says, and we were talking about, because I ran, for those who just joined the show, here in Atlanta, we have a race called the Peachtree Road Race. It is 6.2 miles that they do every 4th of July. And Sluggo said, Jelani, I saw your time. You're a blazer. I hobbled across the finish line. So, no, my brother, Sluggo, there is no hobbling across the finish line. Because if you finish, that's all that matters. Because they don't give you a t-shirt unless you finish. 2, I saw one person that they had to put on a stretcher to take them out of there, heard about someone else going into cardiac arrest at the finish line. And last but not least, after the race was over and we was getting ready to get out of there, I saw some lady laying over there in the bushes, and she needed medical treatment as well, because I think maybe she was dehydrated, so if you hobbled across that finish line, Sluggo, that's all that matters, brother. That is that you finish, because it always could be worse, so remember that. Congratulations to Sluggo. 4 straight years, he just said, he been doing the Peachtree Road Race. So kids, get in here, get up, and get your butts in here and give it up for Sluggo for finishing the Peachtree Road Race. Yes, it is a nice accomplishment, and it's fun to do. That's what I was telling everybody. It's always fun to do. So, football, I saw this in the app that I have on my phone, but they were talking about Revis, playing for free, like what that would do for his legacy. Maybe he should play for free. And I'm thinking, like, y'all done lost y'all mind. Play for free? And the reason I know y'all like, wait a minute, he can't play for free. What they're talking about as far as like playing for free is that Darrelle Revis, he got cut in February by the New York Jets. But his deal that he still has some guaranteed money that's owed to him. So regardless if he plays this year or not, regardless, Darrelle Revis makes $6 million because they still owe him. What they were talking about is should he go out there and play for a team for free, and what that would do for his legacy. And I'm thinking, hell no. No, I'm not. If I'm Revis, no, I'm not playing for free. Now, the one thing about it is that's working against him is how the deal is set up. So he makes $6 million regardless. So we got that. Whatever team that he signs to, if he makes the team, whatever deal that they give him. So let's just say, they're like, all right, we're going to, offer him I don't know what the league minimum is. Just to say for him, the league minimum is $2 million, right? So basically the Jets have to pay him $4 million, and then the team that he signed with pays him $2 million. So he still makes a max of $6 million. The only way he's going to make more than $6 million is if he signed for more than $6 million. So he would have to sign with someone for 7 or 8 or something like that. So he can be picky. He can be, he can take his time, if he wants. He can, fill it out and see how he feel, because he got $6 million coming on the way regardless, on it. To me, I think that's a good position to be in, because last year we were talking about how he was getting torched by everybody. So, and in football, the one thing about it, with a position like that, like corner, running back, and all that stuff, here today, gone tomorrow. It can literally happen like that. I mean, the brother's 32 years old, so it's not like he's 25, 26, and, he's having problems, covering people. It's just, I think Father Time is catching up with Darrelle, and he may have another year left in him. He just needs to be on the right team. Now, people talked about maybe playing for the Steelers, on it. Maybe that might help out, on it. But to me, if you can get more than 6, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get 6 or whatever. But you best believe whatever the situation is, that I'm going to be in, if I'm going to take, 1 million or 2 million or whatever, and I'm still going to get my money for the rest of it, I'm sure going to be on a team that's going to the Super Bowl or definitely got a shot, going. I don't see him going to New England or anything like that. They got enough people as it is. I don't think Bill Belichick will even use him or want him there at this point. Pittsburgh would not be a bad, probably a bad spot, but here's the thing. The way it's going to work out for Darrelle Revis, if he plays this year, and they say he wants to play, is that he may have to play in a rotation, where and I don't know if he realized or he has acknowledged that maybe I don't have it like I used to. I mean, that's hard to do for someone that was playing at such a high level, to be like, I don't have it anymore like I used to, because people are going to ask you that. But if he can accept that, he puts himself in a great opportunity. Great opportunity. So I'll say maybe 3-4 teams out there he'll probably target. I would say probably Arizona. Arizona wouldn't be a bad spot, for him to go. I think teaming up with Bruce Arians, I think he would love, a situation like that. Playing with Patrick Peterson and all those boys and the Honey Badger. That's a team. Seattle name was thrown out there. They love to rotate people in and out. Maybe he plays a little safety. Maybe he plays, corner and all that stuff. So it's a lot out there for Darrelle Revis. But definitely do not be like, I'm going to play for free. Definitely try and get your money, but you're going to get 6 regardless. So he's winning. He wins regardless. He wins if he plays. He wins if he doesn't play. He's sitting there collecting the check. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That sounds real good to me. And also what sounds real good is my last topic for tonight. And of course, you listen to the Wait a Minute show, and I'm your host, Jelani J.B. Bodie. It is July 5th, ladies and gentlemen. July 5th. And we are literally 1 month, August 5th, will be the Hall of Fame game, preseason.